Have you ever considered what life would be like if you reached old age alone? Many people never give it a thought until it becomes their reality. When family members relocate, close friends pass away, and the once lively days turn quiet. The reality is that growing older without companionship can be one of the most challenging experiences, but it doesn't have to be bleak. In fact, with the right mindset and intentional daily habits, you can create a life that is not only fulfilling but also deeply meaningful, even if you're navigating it on your own. In this video, we will discuss 6 essential daily practices that you must adopt if you find yourself aging alone. These habits are not just about passing the time. They are about keeping your mind sharp, maintaining physical vitality, strengthening emotional resilience, and genuinely enjoying each day. The difference between loneliness and peaceful solitude often comes down to the small yet significant choices you make every single day. If you want to avoid feelings of despair, regret, or emotional isolation, stay with me until the end. These 6 practices could completely reshape your perspective on aging and help you build a life that is not only rewarding, but also entirely your own. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Establish a daily routine. Waking up without a clear plan for the day can leave you feeling adrift, unmotivated, and disconnected from life. As you grow older, maintaining a structured daily routine becomes one of the most effective ways to preserve a sense of purpose and direction. A routine isn't about filling your day with arbitrary tasks. It's about giving yourself a reason to rise in the morning, fostering stability, and creating a rhythm that keeps your life moving forward. One of the most common pitfalls people encounter as they age is allowing time to slip away aimlessly. Without the demands of work, family responsibilities, or social engagements, days can blur together, making it easy to fall into a cycle of boredom and isolation. However, when you establish a daily structure, you reclaim control over your time instead of letting it drift by. Your routine doesn't need to be strict or complex. What matters is that it includes activities that bring you fulfillment, stimulate your mind, and provide a sense of balance. A strong morning routine is particularly crucial as it sets the stage for the rest of your day. Waking up at a consistent time, making your bed, enjoying a nutritious breakfast, and stepping outside for fresh air can all have a profound impact on your mental and physical well-being. Take Robert, a retired engineer now in his late 70s. After losing his wife, he found himself staying up too late, skipping meals, and spending excessive hours in front of the television. He felt as if the days were slipping away, and the weight of loneliness grew heavier. But once he decided to implement a structured routine, everything changed. He began waking up early, taking short morning walks, preparing his own meals, and scheduling afternoon calls with his family. His days became more structured, his thoughts became clearer, and he no longer felt like he was merely waiting for time to pass. A well-designed routine serves as an anchor, especially during times of uncertainty or solitude. It removes the emptiness that can come with unstructured days, ensuring that each one has a flow, a purpose, and a sense of forward motion. Even the simplest daily habits, watering the plants at the same time each day, listening to music in the evenings, or writing in a journal before bed, can create a comforting sense of normalcy. If you ever feel like time is slipping away or that your days lack structure, start with small changes. Write down a morning routine, plan your meals, and carve out time for hobbies or relaxation. The key is to be intentional with how you spend your time rather than allowing life to unfold without direction. A well-thought-out routine doesn't just fill your day. It instills a sense of order, purpose, and forward momentum in your life. Number 2. Prioritize physical movement. One of the biggest mistakes people make as they age is slowing down too much. While it's natural for the body to change over time, staying physically active is the closest thing to a fountain of youth. It's not just about looking fit, it's about keeping your body strong, your mind sharp, and your independence intact. When you stop moving, you start losing muscle, flexibility, and energy, which can lead to a decline in overall health. But here's the good news. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights to stay active. Simple, consistent movement every day makes a world of difference. A short walk, gentle stretching, or even just standing up and moving around frequently can boost circulation, strengthen muscles, and keep your joints flexible. The goal is to keep your body engaged so that everyday activities like getting out of a chair, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries stay easy and effortless. Take Eleanor, a 78-year-old retired librarian. After retiring, she became less active, spending more time sitting and less time on her feet. At first, she didn't notice any changes, but over the years, simple tasks like bending down to pick something up or walking for long periods started feeling more difficult. She thought, "I'm just getting old." But after joining a local walking group and starting light stretching every morning, she felt a difference almost immediately. Her energy improved, her posture got better, and she even started sleeping more soundly at night. Physical movement is a daily necessity, not an occasional activity. Even if you have limited mobility, there are always ways to stay active. Chair exercises, water aerobics, or even standing up and sitting down multiple times in a row can help keep your body strong and your blood flowing. The key is to make movement part of your routine, just like eating or sleeping. Another benefit: exercise is one of the best ways to protect your brain. Studies have shown that physical activity can help reduce the risk of cognitive decline and dementia. When you move, you're not just strengthening your muscles isn't the only benefit of staying active. You're also improving circulation to the brain, reducing stress, and keeping your mind engaged. If you've been inactive for a while, start small. A 5-minute walk, a few gentle stretches in the morning, or a bit of light housework that keeps you on your feet. The key is to be consistent. The more you move, the easier it becomes, and before you know it, you'll feel stronger, healthier, and more energized every single day. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Stay socially engaged. One of the most difficult aspects of aging alone is the gradual fading of social connections. Friends relocate, family members become preoccupied with their own responsibilities, and without realizing it, solitude becomes the norm. However, isolation is one of the most serious threats to both mental and physical health. Research has revealed that chronic loneliness can be as damaging as smoking or obesity, significantly increasing the risk of heart disease, depression, and even cognitive decline. The good news is that loneliness does not have to be an inevitable part of growing older. Staying socially engaged is a conscious choice, and it is one of the most valuable habits you can cultivate. Even the smallest social interactions, a brief phone call, a casual conversation with a neighbor, or a friendly exchange at the store, can have a significant impact on emotional well-being. Human connection is a fundamental need, just as essential as proper nutrition or physical activity. Nurturing relationships should be a daily priority, no matter how small the effort may seem. Consider Frank, an 80-year-old widower. After his wife passed away, he found himself retreating into isolation, spending most of his days watching television and waiting for someone to reach out. He convinced himself that his children were too busy, his friends had their own lives, and he didn't want to burden anyone. But as time went on, he felt increasingly disconnected, and even the simplest tasks became overwhelming. Everything changed when he made a decision to take action. He began calling an old friend once a week, joined a local senior group, and even signed up for an online chess club. Within a few months, he felt more alive and engaged than he had in years. The simple act of reaching out restored his sense of connection and purpose. Staying socially engaged doesn't mean attending large gatherings or planning extravagant outings. It's about fostering small yet meaningful connections that remind you that you are part of a larger world. Whether it's sending a thoughtful message, inviting a friend for coffee, or joining a group centered around your interests, the key is to incorporate socialization into your daily routine. Even if you don't have close friends or family nearby, technology offers countless opportunities to stay connected. Video calls, online communities, and social media make it easier than ever to engage with others regardless of physical distance. Many older adults have discovered that virtual connections provide a deep sense of belonging, even when in-person interactions are limited. The modern world is more interconnected than ever. You simply have to take the first step. The reality is that loneliness isn't defined by being physically alone, but by feeling emotionally disconnected. And the best way to combat that feeling is by making an intentional effort to engage with others every day. The more you reach out, the more natural it becomes, and before long, you will have a network of people who bring joy, conversation, and renewed purpose into your life. Number 4. Keep your mind stimulated. One of the biggest mistakes people make as they age is letting their mind slow down along with their body. Many assume that cognitive decline is just a natural part of getting older, but in reality, your brain thrives on stimulation. Just like your muscles weaken without movement, your brain can lose sharpness if it's not actively engaged. The good news? You have the power to keep your mind strong, alert, and full of curiosity, no matter your age. Keeping your brain active isn't about doing complicated puzzles or learning something overwhelming. It's about engaging in activities that challenge your thinking, introduce new ideas, and keep your curiosity alive. Reading, learning a new skill, playing strategy games, writing, or even having deep conversations are all ways to keep your mind sharp and your memory strong. Take Janet, a 74-year-old former teacher. After retiring, she found herself watching TV all day, feeling like her mind wasn't as sharp as it used to be. She noticed she was forgetting small things, where she left her keys, what she planned to buy at the store. Worried about losing her mental sharpness, she made a simple change. She started reading again. She started doing crossword puzzles in the morning and taking an online class in Spanish. Within weeks, she felt a difference. Her focus improved, she felt more engaged, and she even had new things to talk about when she socialized. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. One of the best ways to keep it active is to challenge yourself with something new. Learning an instrument, trying a new hobby, or even switching up your routine can force your brain to create new connections, keeping it flexible and resilient. And it's not just about mental sharpness. Engaging your brain also helps prevent feelings of boredom and depression. When you're learning, creating, or problem-solving, you feel a sense of accomplishment. That sense of progress, no matter how small, gives you a reason to look forward to each day. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. Practice gratitude and reflection. One of the most powerful things you can do every day to maintain. A sense of peace and happiness is best maintained by practicing gratitude. As we age, it's easy to focus on what we've lost: people, opportunities, youth, and even health. But shifting your focus to what you still have can completely transform your mindset. Gratitude isn't about ignoring life's challenges. It's about choosing to recognize the good that still exists, even in difficult times. The simple act of reflecting on what you're grateful for every day can boost your mood, reduce stress, and even improve your physical health. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of depression and anxiety, sleep better, and feel a greater sense of purpose. And the best part? It's free, easy, and only takes a few minutes a day. Take George, a 79-year-old retired firefighter. After losing his wife, he found himself dwelling on the loneliness, replaying memories of the past, and feeling like life had lost its meaning. But everything changed when he started keeping a gratitude journal. Every morning, he wrote down 3 things he was thankful for. Sometimes big things, like his grandchildren's laughter, and sometimes small things, like a warm cup of coffee. Over time, his perspective shifted. He still missed his wife, but instead of focusing on what he had lost, he began cherishing what he still had. Reflection is just as important as gratitude. Taking time each day to sit quietly, breathe deeply, and process your thoughts can help you feel more centered and at peace. Whether it's through prayer, meditation, or simply sitting outside and appreciating the world around you, daily reflection allows you to clear your mind, reduce stress, and focus on what truly matters. If you've never practiced gratitude before, start small. Each morning or evening, take a moment to think about 3 things that made you smile that day. Maybe it's a favorite song, a good meal, or a kind word from a stranger. The more you train your mind to focus on the good, the easier it becomes to find joy in everyday life. Life will always have challenges, but your happiness isn't about what happens to you. It's about how you choose to respond. Make gratitude and reflection a daily habit, and you'll find that even in solitude, you are never truly alone. Number 6. Find a way to help others. One of the most powerful ways to combat loneliness and bring a sense of purpose into your life is by helping someone else. At first, this might seem like an unexpected solution. After all, when you're feeling isolated or down, your natural instinct may be to turn inward. However, the truth is that giving to others can be one of the most fulfilling and transformative ways to find joy and meaning in your own life. Helping others doesn't have to involve grand, life-changing actions. It can be as simple as checking in on a neighbor, volunteering in your community, mentoring someone younger, or even offering a kind word to a stranger. The key is to make generosity a part of your daily routine, a way to connect with the world and remind yourself that you still have wisdom, kindness, and value to share. Consider Margaret, an 82-year-old retired nurse. After leaving her profession, she struggled with a deep sense of loss, feeling as though her days lacked the purpose they once had. With her children grown and her social circle shrinking, she often spent long stretches of time without much interaction. Instead of allowing loneliness to take hold, she decided to start volunteering at a local food bank. At first, she committed just a few hours a week, but soon, she found herself eagerly anticipating her time there each day. She built new friendships, felt a renewed sense of purpose, and discovered that the simple act of giving brought her immeasurable fulfillment. Through helping others, she not only found connection, but also rekindled a sense of significance in her own life. Giving is a powerful force. It shifts your focus away from your own struggles and directs it toward making a difference, no matter how small. Whether it's offering advice, being a supportive listener, or simply sharing a smile, acts of kindness remind you that you are still an important part of the world. Even if physical limitations prevent you from doing certain things, there are always ways to give. Writing letters to old friends, mentoring younger generations online, or simply offering encouragement to those around you. By making generosity a habit, you fill your life with a deep sense of purpose, keeping your spirit strong and your heart full. If you've made it this far and found these insights valuable, comment number 6 below to let us know you're here. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so and turning on notifications to stay updated. Your support allows us to continue creating meaningful content that informs and inspires. Final thoughts. As we bring this discussion to a close, take a moment to reflect on these 6 daily habits. Growing older alone does not mean living in loneliness. The choices you make each day determine whether your life feels isolated or fulfilling, whether it's maintaining a routine, staying active, engaging socially, keeping your mind sharp, practicing gratitude, or helping others. Each habit has the power to transform your daily experience into one that is rich, meaningful, and rewarding. While we cannot always control the circumstances life presents us with, we do have control over how we respond to them. Life is constantly changing, and people will come and go, but your ability to cultivate joy, purpose, and connection remains in your hands. By committing to these habits, you will discover that being alone does not have to mean feeling lonely. There is still so much for you to experience, so much to contribute, and so many reasons to embrace each new day with hope. Now, take a moment to ask yourself, which of these 6 habits can I start implementing today? You don't have to change everything overnight. Sometimes even the smallest step in the right direction can set off a ripple effect that transforms your entire outlook on life. Thank you for spending time with us today. If you found this video helpful, consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it with others.